Hello everyone, this is Language-Enthusiast. This is a channel where I record myself and let everyone listen to my voice. And in this channel, I'm keeping a record of my speaking progress. Okay, let's get started. Okay, in yesterday's video, I was talking about the dentist I finally found. Let's see. I actually wrote a journal and I wrote what I'm going to talk about in the notebook, but I forgot all about it. Okay. I don't think I will be able to speak very well, but I'll try. And anyway, I haven't finished writing the journal because I didn't have time. My daughter suddenly started talking to me, and our conversation lasted for about 15 minutes or so, and this didn't allow me to prepare for what I'm going to talk about. So today is another messy talking, but please forgive me, okay? I don't have to worry about this because I'm in progress. In progress. I am in the middle of practicing, so I don't have to worry about my mistakes. Yeah, it's better if I make less mistakes, but yeah, this is what practice is all about, right? Okay, I always try to learn from my mistakes anyway. Okay, and I said that I finally found the seemingly genuine, and very honest, very good. I found some other good words to describe what I'm trying to say, but I forgot. Genuine and decent. Okay, decent dentist, because nowadays, we have more dentists or dental clinic than convenience stores, which means dentists outnumber convenience stores, right? So there are many good dentists somewhere, but also there are many bad dentists, which makes it look like totally impossible for us to find a very good or perfect dentist for ourselves. It's totally impossible. Oh my goodness. It surprised me. Okay. And yesterday, I thought that I found the perfect dentist for myself, and I contact them through their website. I filled in application form to make an appointment, and I wrote something like my name and my, not address, but my telephone number, my email address, and dates, some convenient dates for appointment, some choices, some dates that are convenient for myself, and I don't know how to say it in English exactly though, and anything else, and my comment. So I wrote something like, I have now some problems with one of my teeth, and it has been hurting more and more, and I have never been said that this tooth had a problem by some of my previous dentists, but since it began to hurt more and more, it seems that I really want to find out what the problem is, what the problem of my tooth is, or something like that. And then last night, I contacted them. I left my message at around 5 p.m. or so, and I waited until it was time for me to go to bed, and then I hadn't heard from them then yet. I wasn't heard from them. I wasn't hear from them yet. But nowadays, in this age, in this era of the internet, probably business people could get back to their customers right away, right? If they check their emails. But as for I don't know how to say it. It was around 9 o'clock p.m. and it had been about already several hours since I contacted them, and I hadn't heard from them yet. Or I should use the simple past tense. In this case, I didn't hear from them yet, and I thought they should have checked their email right away, and they should have gotten back to me, or they might lose their customers, right? That's what I thought. But anyway, I thought that I could wait until next morning, which is this morning. And this morning, as soon as I woke up, I felt a bit anxious. I began to feel anxious. I began to feel uneasy. Something began to make me feel anxious, or something began to make me feel uneasy. Last night, when I contacted them, when I found them, I was ecstatic. I was really thrilled. I was excited because I thought that I was able to finally find the best dentist for myself. Because, as I said a little while ago, finding the best dentist for yourself is almost impossible, right? Since there are so many dentists out there. And I always refer to Google customer reviews to choose any good dentists. Not only dentists, but also other things like beauty parlors, anything else, some kind of schools, or even shopping centers, or any others. Yeah, mainly something about medical institutions, though, all right? And then, but Google reviews nowadays are not always reliable, right? Because there are many fake reviews, phony reviews out there. So I used to pay attention to good reviews. If something I'm looking for, if that place has very good reviews, many numbers of good reviews, I tended to find it nice. But since I try and errors, and I made lots of mistakes, and I failed a lot, and through all my experience, now I pay more attention to bad reviews, 1-star reviews, because they look more reliable. They tell the truth more than those phony, generic reviews, mundane, benign, banal reviews. Because when I read those good reviews of comments of good reviews, when I read those when I read the comments of those good reviews, they are just talking about general things, like, for example, if it were a dentist, something like, or any other hospitals. Let's say it is something like, it's something like a hospital, or in my neighborhood, or let's say it's a dentist, whatever. The comments might sound like I don't know how to say it. The doctor. I don't know how to call the top doctor in the hospital. The doctors and nurses are very kind, and the people at the front desk are very nice too. And I'm really happy their management, or their treatment, or their atmosphere, or something like that. And they rarely talk about something more specific, whereas the bad reviews talk more about something really detailed, information. And this sounds more realistic, more reliable to me. So that's why. And this morning, I began to feel anxious, although I was feeling ecstatic and excited and thrilled. And I wonder what made me feel this way. And then I tried to find it out. And then I began to speak to myself, what made me believe that they are reliable in the first place? That was probably because my impression of their homepage, because their homepage was gorgeous, and like I said, their treatment is not covered by health insurance, meaning their procedures are pretty expensive. But I was attracted to them somehow, just because I hear that nowadays many dentists, more and more dentists, are not happy about their job, which are covered by health insurance, because if their jobs are not covered by health insurance, they can earn more money. Their jobs can be more lucrative, right? And there are many such procedures like implant or something else. I can't explain it very well, but implants are very expensive, and many dentists are happy to do the procedure to mainly older people. But implants are infamous. I haven't heard any good thing about implant, and I would never want to do it in the future myself. I'd rather have denture than implant, because dentures, is it okay? Dentures, am I making myself understood? Dentures are easy to handle, and it's you can keep it cleaner, and you can just take it out and just wash it and put it back. It's very easy. It's easier than taking care of your real teeth, your own teeth. Yeah, now I feel that way, because taking good care of your teeth costs a lot. If you are lazy and you have any problems with your teeth, okay, and then this morning I spoke to myself what made me totally believe that they are reliable enough. And I began to feel skeptical about them, because nobody proves that they are really reliable. I just believed so. I just wanted to believe so. And then I tried to look it up on the internet. It's a bulletin board. We say it in Japanese, but it's a place where, on the internet, it's a place where many people exchange comments anonymously, and I put some keyword on the internet, like dentist, how to find a good dentist in my area, okay, the name of my area. And then some information was showed up, some information appeared, and when I was reading it, all the comments, and some people say that you should never depend on a dentist or dentists whose procedures are not covered by health insurance, because they just want to earn money. They just seek money. They just want to do something lucrative in the first place. So, and if the office is in the center of the city, whose land is quite expensive, then you should give it up. You should take that place out of your choice, because it's not very trustworthy, because it just seeks money. And it makes me sure it just, it made me sure that my decision might be wrong. And I decided to look for other dentists whose treatments or whose procedures are covered by insurance. Anyway. And then around 11 a.m. in the morning, I heard from them by phone, but I just ignored it. I'm so sorry. I was rude, but I didn't want to answer it. So I just let it go. And they left a message, and I heard it a little while ago. A young woman was saying, thank you for contacting us. And about the appointment time, I would like to call you back again. Thank you, or something like that. But I just listen to the message, voice message, but I didn't call them back. I just ignored it, and I don't think I will contact them again, because I decided to look for other dentists. I'm not sure if I can find a decent one myself, though it's a big problem. But this incident reminded me of what I did a year ago when I found out that I had a colon cancer. Just before having an operation, I was frantic, and I was looking for any good information about how to cure the cancer myself. Because there are some people, small number of people though, who are able to cure their cancer themselves. Or we usually, when we found out that we have a cancer, we usually go to a hospital, and we are probably going to have a operation, right? It is called a standard treatment in Japan. And the standard doesn't mean that it's banal, or it's not something special or something like that. It's standard, it's normal, it's regular treatment, and it is proven that it's a treatment that has been proven. And all the hospitals use the use the same procedure for each illness, like a colon cancer or stomach cancer or lung cancer. There are literally or basically they use the same treatment method or procedure, including operation or care or tests, examination, and whatsoever. But some people choose some other types of treatments, but they are not covered by insurance, health insurance, because it's not proven effective. It's not proven to be effective. That is why it's not covered by health insurance. It is If it is proven to be effective, hence insurance can cover the treatment. And some people, or even some doctors who deal with such treatments that are not covered by health insurance, publish their own books and introduce their methods. And people who read that book want to depend on them and apply for the procedure, which is not which is not covered by health insurance, which is pretty expensive. Yeah, not pretty expensive, but exorbitant. It's really, really expensive. Like the procedure the procedure that I was thinking of trying back then, a year ago, was at that time I didn't know how much it was, but I have learned later that it might have cost somewhere around 6 million yen. Yes, one set of procedure would cost around 6 million yen. Exorbitant, right? But some people who are desperate and who cannot depend on a standard treatment tend to refer to or depend on such procedures that are not covered by insurance. This incident this time around reminded me of how I felt a year ago, because I was also thinking about taking such I was thinking of taking any of the procedures that aren't covered by health insurance, because the book I read sounded really really not realistic, but reliable, and it sounded true, reliable, and I was gullible enough. I think so. And I tend to believe something that sound quite unusual, right? Unusual. And this time, what happened this time reminded me of myself about a year ago. And this time, I was thinking about taking procedure of my tooth from the dentist. I found quite reliable somehow, and it might be quite expensive. I'm talking about the dentist I found this time, right? Okay, and a year ago, I was thinking of taking the procedure which could cure cancer using some unusual method, and I found it pretty reliable somehow. And this morning I remembered that, and I thought, well, it was the same. This is the same. These two are quite similar. And then I started feeling anxious. And I wondered what had made me totally believe that they are pretty reliable. I was not sure. I just sensed it. And I thought my decision was right. But the next day, I was not so convinced. And it was so funny because when I feel ecstatic, I tend to be blind. I tend to be oblivious to some other important things that I should consider more. I have to be very careful about my tendency, but I decided not to go to the dentist, and I think this time, I'm not sure, but I really hope that my giving it a second thought will turn out to be right this time. I'm afraid that I'm not making myself understand very well, but this is what I can do now. I've been talking for about 31 minutes already, so did I say everything I wanted to say? I'm not sure, but I still have a little bit of toothache now, and I have to do something about this as soon as possible, but I still can't find a good dentist. So I really hope someone tells me how to look for a good dentist, a decent, genuine dentist. Decent, genuine, honest, and very skillful. Yeah, genuine, right. Whoa, okay. Yeah, is it everything? Is it everything I want to talk about? I'm not sure, but okay. These days I found some great people on YouTube, and one is French guy, and the other is a Chinese lady, Chinese girl, and the other is a Italian guy who is an English teacher, and they all speak great English. The last person, the Italian guy, speaks the best English. He's the most fluent though, but I was impressed by the first French guy also. He speaks more than few languages. He's a native French speaker, and he speaks very good English also. He's still young. He's probably in his early or middle 20s. And he talks about very interesting things in English using lots of academic advanced vocabulary. I really admire him, and he looks so cool. I mean, when he speaks. Or he also speaks Spanish, and he also speaks any other languages. And he's living in Canada, I guess. And the second person, who is a Chinese woman, Chinese girl, she also speaks really good English, and she has her YouTube channel in which she talks about how she learned English by herself quite naturally. She acquired the language rather than she studied it, and she told people how she did it. And I was so curious to see her explaining that, and I admired her too, because she's opinionated, she's talkative, and she's so cheerful, and she's positive, and I really like her prospect, or her way of looking things, or I like her way of expressing herself. I really want to learn from her too. And the second person, he's an Italian guy who is living in Italy, but he teaches English on YouTube, and his channel has more than 1 million subscribers. And he has just started his own YouTube channel about a year ago. He's been on YouTube for about a year or so, but he has already more than 3 million or subscribers, so many subscribers, and he speaks really clear, easy to understand English, and he's also cheerful because he's Italian, and he's energetic, he's positive, and I happened to find his channel today, and I learned from his a lot since this morning, and I really want to keep up with him, or catch up with him. Yeah, keep up with his activities. And there are so many fantastic people out there on YouTube, and I've been away from SNS for about 2 weeks now, except for YouTube. YouTube is the only online platforms. YouTube is the only platform that I depend on now, and which I really enjoy myself. And in today's day and age, we can learn things almost free of charge. Information, so much information is out there offered. So much information is offered free of charge. What a fantastic era we are living in, right? Okay, that's about it for today. So today I didn't do much reading, so before going to bed, or after going to bed, before falling asleep, I would like to do some reading, because reading is fun, and the more I read, the more I find it interesting. It's so exciting. And now I'm still reading Jay Shetty's Think Like a Monk. It's a bit difficult for me to read, so it's good to read before falling asleep, right? Because it makes me sleepy. Okay, thank you for listening, and I'll talk about something about myself tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, have a nice rest of your week. Okay, bye-bye.